Good evening. Welcome to Crocker's Crazy Living. It is Monday evening, about 7:25. All my chicken is done. There's all my chicken breast, and there's all my chicken thighs. I end up with 18 jars total, 9 jars of breast and 9 jars of thighs. However, I had one jar that did not seal. It's not sealed. So I said to myself, why isn't it sealed? So I'm going to show you why it's not sealed. It's still kind of hot. I'm going to show you why it's not sealed. I usually always do this step, but I must not have ran my finger around it. There is a chip right here in the jar. You can kind of, there's a flaw, see? Back up the camera so you can see it. Right here is a chip. And I had brand new jars, but I had a few jars that I had washed out that I had stored. And I'm sure this is one of those stored jars. But as I was cleaning my rims off, I never even felt that with my paper towel. So you always gotta check your jars for any flaws, because that's the reason it did not seal. But it's fine. It smells delicious. It's fine. So is when it gets cold. I mean, I gotta let these cool. Sit right here. Let them cool completely. Before I go to bed tonight, this should be cool enough to put it in my refrigerator, and then I can use it tomorrow. There's nothing wrong with it. It just, because there was that crack or that, and it's not just a crack. I mean, it might have chipped off of there before, banging the jars around and storing them. And, you know, because I use jars, I wash jars, I store jars, and then I start over. And it happens, you know, it happens. You get some that chip. Sometimes you have, after years and years and years of using the same jars, sometimes I've actually had where I went to pick the jar up with the jar grabber. I've gone to pick it up, and the whole top part of it here fell off, leaving my jar in the canner, like broken glass. That's a whole lot of fun to clean up. But anyway, I wanted to share that with you. Always check your jars for any flaws or broken pieces. Now, after I use this jar, and after I take the meat out of it tomorrow, I'm going to throw this jar in the recycle bin. That way it does not get mixed up, and I end up using it again and not catching that. It's very important to check all your jars for flaws. And I just didn't see it. It's a common human mistake. So I wanted to share that with you. Have a great evening, and I'll talk to you soon on the next video. Thank you. Bye-bye.